Morning, guys! It is day 146, 46 of level grinding the daily hustle. I'm out on my regular morning walk. It is back to our regular programming on Monday, and boy do I have a lot of stuff to do this week. It is the normal busy in my neighborhood. I am excited to be outside walking, although my body's not excited about being up. I am tired. We didn't get in until 10 o'clock last night. Both Robo and I had delayed flights, and so that really just pushed everything back. But we're going to move forward today because that's what you have to do. So my biggest to-do list today, my biggest thing on my to-do list is to get my house reset, hashtag traveling and all that stuff that's laying around everywhere. The other thing that I need to get working on is my plan for my next 12-week year. I am currently coming up on year 7. I closed out year 6 a couple weeks ago, but didn't actually get the chance to restart. And I decided just to delay that until now because with all the work going into NAB, with going to NAB, with going to California, I knew that I wouldn't actually be able to maintain and keep my regular 12-week year schedule. So that's really the big thing on this week. I've got a couple of editing projects. I've also got a sketchbook I need to finish. Yeah, I made a list. It's back home in my journal. So this is just a little bit of what my house looks like today. This is all the stuff that I'm cleaning up, and it is largely this space right in here that I really need to work on because it is this that is going to allow me to most effectively use my time. If you have to clean up your space before you can work, you're losing time. This goes back to that concept of washing your rice bowl that I've mentioned before. Bedroom is looking nice, just got suitcases to put away. My living room is looking better. I've got a load of laundry to do. I've got some stuff to take care of from my tablecloth and things like right here. This is swag from NAB. This stack is way lower than it was last year. I'm really happy about that. My table looks better. These are all empty boxes that just need to go outside of the trash. And I am getting ready to start working on my desk. Honestly, this looks a lot better than it did earlier, but I have a couple of projects that are spread out all over the place, so I need to move them around, and I'm going to be digging out one of my whiteboards to start helping me coordinate everything that I've got to do. When I keep it visual, it's a lot easier to know what's happening, especially when I have a whirlwind going on. But right now, I need to stop for lunch, so I've got stuff. Thankfully, our house actually has food in it, despite the fact that both Robo and I have been gone for a week. So I'm going to be making some lunch, and while I am eating, I am going to work a little bit on setting out my goals for my next 12-week year. I'm going to be sitting down. I might as well do that. It's one of those good things to use a pocket of time and to have some sort of brain food while I am eating physical food. So I'm going to be doing that. That will make me feel really good. And then at 3:30, I have a phone call with my mentor. This is regarding the project that he gave me while I was in LA. So I am looking forward to having the actual details of what I'm supposed to do on this project because I need to get started on that on Tuesday. And I also need to check in with my project for Denver Rescue Mission at some point today and just figure out and find out, like, hey guys, where are we at? What's the scripts looking like? Are we going to make them by Friday? That way I can also start coordinating a photographer because I don't have that yet and I really need somebody. So that's a major priority on my list this week. Now, I've mentioned this concept of washing your rice bowl before. Matter of fact, I have it in my Habits to Success video series, which I honestly haven't updated in a while. But I wanted to come back to it because I have a whole lot of new subscribers now, and so I wanted to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. The story basically goes that a new monk went to go see the Buddhist master and said, I want to know the secret to enlightenment. And the monk basically tells this new novice, you should wash your rice bowl every day. And in that moment, the monk was enlightened. The story doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense, but the general idea is that when you are constantly making a space in your life and you're constantly keeping it tidy, you actually have the means by which to experience peace. I actually just had this experience recently where I was you know, in Las Vegas, in LA, a whole bunch of stuff was going on, and like my bags are unpacked and everywhere. You know, I've got one pile that's dirty laundry, I've got another pile that is clean laundry, I've got stuff in a closet, I've got all of my tech stuff somewhere else, and so it's extremely confusing. It's extremely annoying to be in this space because there's so many things that are demanding my attention. And it's even worse when you get home and you have this, because now it's multiplied. It's not just living for a week, it's living for like life. Excuse me a second. So the idea basically goes that if you're keeping your space clean and tidy, you're going to be able to think better. And I know for me this is extremely true, that when my space is clean and tidy and everything is where it's supposed to be, I am much more relaxed. I'm able to get through my day a whole lot easier. And it is something that, I really want to work on in my next 12-week year, is like dedicated space for this, like creating dedicated time to tidy and to make my house beautiful. Because what ends up happening is that this stuff ends up piling up, and then I have to take a whole day to do it. Kind of like what I'm doing today, except there's like another reason, because I am actually like coming home from something. And I'm making noises because I'm busy emptying out my dish drainer while I'm doing this, because I'm trying to be productive while I am making this happen. And so the idea right now is that I'm washing my rice bowl. I am making my space clean, I am making my space beautiful, and I am therefore giving my brain a chance to relax. And this is going to impact my 12-week year, because I'm actually going to be able to think about it. I'm not going to be going, oh yeah, and I need to do this, oh yeah, I need to do that. It's also going to impact where I'm going to start planning and recapping and catching up with the projects that I have going on, making notes about what people do I need, what services do I need, where am I at with all this stuff, because I'm not going to have all of these things grabbing for my attention. So I'm going to get back to getting the rest of this up in my cupboards, because I got a couple of dishes to do over there, and then I'm going to get into project planning. I admittedly did not get too much into my 12-week year. I kind of got a sugar depletion headache right before lunch, so I need to let my brain cells recap. And quite frankly, my project stuff is really bugging me, so I'm going to focus on that first, because it's also really, really big, and then it's going to set the tone for my week, which means that I can set the tone for my next 12-week year. So anyway. Finished, at least the bulk of it. I'm so glad to have all of this stuff out of my head. My dog is making a racket trying to get underneath my thing. And now I have a phone call. Let's see who this is. Okay, bump phone call. I have no idea what that was about, but now it's time to get this over here. I used to have my whiteboard hanging here, but my command hook that was over here decided to break off. So I'm just going to tuck it in this little space, and hopefully I'll still be able to see everything, including the thing, like I tried to leave space so that what's behind my printer will still not matter. Fantastic! Yay, there we go. And only a little bit of this personal list is kind of cut off, but that's not too bad. Yeah. All right, now I can move on to actually organizing the rest of my desk and getting ready for my phone call with Jeff. Hooray! Clean desk space. That looks so much better. Now I'll be able to jump right in as I get files. It is currently 3 o'clock, so I have a little bit of time before I call my mentor about his video project. And I'm going to take the time to reassemble my work Midori, because I always take inserts out that I don't need when I'm on a business trip. And so now it's time to put them back in, because I need to get back to work. Plain and simple. Midori's all back together. Honestly, this is one of the things that I love best about this system, is that you can customize it based on what you need in that moment. So I needed to have my monthly overview, my weekly calendar, and I needed to have my note-taking ability for my trip to NAB. I did not, however, need production notes, and I didn't need my monthly insert, my dashboard here. So it enabled me to take out the 2 things that I needed to and make this a little bit lighter for my trip. You can see that, you know, these 2 things together equal about 1/4 of an inch of space. So getting those things out for NAB made this a whole lot easier. And now, very simply, in just a few minutes, it's all back together. Yes, I love Midori. This is one of my most favorite things. I love this system. It works really well for me with what I do for my business. Buds on the trees. Hey, Radar, do you mind? Stop pulling me all over the place. I am done with my phone call with Jeff, so I'm outside taking the dog on a quick potty break. When I get back inside, I've got some emails to do. People have been following up with me from NAB. I've got some emails that I need to take care of for Denver Rescue Mission. Been trying to get the house done first before emailing these guys, but they are important, so I need to do that next. Then I continue working on my 12-week year. Good grief. I feel like I keep pushing that out in favor of other stuff that's more urgent. So it's kind of annoying, but I'm going to get to that today, and that's going to happen. So thankfully the emails shouldn't take too long, and once I clear them out, it's really just a matter of, catching up with people, saying, where are you at, what are we doing, how is this happening, and going from there. So they're not going to take that long to write. And I'm really looking forward to setting up my 12-week year for year 7. I was getting into it a little bit before my phone call with Jeff, and yeah, it's great to feel excited about what's going to happen next. Yes, I'm in the car, I'm blindfolded, it's the end of the day. I've had a headache most of the day, I'm tired, you guys have seen a lot of this, so Robo decided that he's taking me out on a surprise, which is why I have a blindfold on. So, you can't see my eyebrows going up at the surprise of the music. So, anyway, this is going to be the end of today's video. I'm serious, I can't see. Ow, what was that for? I'll see you guys all tomorrow for day 147 of level grinding. Yes, and you guys also got 2 videos today, so you're supposed to get the one with all of the stuff from Santa Monica and flying home on Monday, but that didn't happen, so yay, double drop. You can't see me smiling at all, can you?
Yeah.